The following podcast contains adult language and material. The views expressed within belong to a pair of idiots and should not be taken seriously. No self-respecting person should even listen to this show. Seriously, why are you still here? Alright, good luck. Hey, that check clear?
Crash Test Live!
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to another episode of Crash Test Live. Thank you to one Zachary Merrick for our intro this week. Wow,
ZM, dude.
what a stud. What a handsome stud. Fan
believe
service
we
at its
got him.
finest. The chat was going off for that one. A cameo of all cameos. And we didn't have to pay for him on Cameo.
We didn't have to pay too much.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
What I have been doing is pouring his Jameson for him all week.
And you've earned it. You've earned the intro.
Yes.
That's the key to the man's heart.
Yeah.
Is a good
for
pour
people
of
that
Jameson.
don't know, me and Alex are both in the same city, but I refuse to be in the same room as him.
Can we talk about this for a second? This is the first time in months, since COVID, since the lockdown, everything, that we have been in the same city at the same time. And when it comes to taping this, recording this, Jack didn't want to be in the same house as me.
I went
He's
to Alex,
literally- he
I'm at
literally
Alex
drove-
Greco's place.
Literally drove 30 minutes away to be away from me for this. And
I'm at my boy's place, man.
I'm having a bad time. I got weird lighting going on. I look sick. I'm not sick, but I look sick with the lighting.
Are you all right, man?
I'm alone. I'm alone in this house. This sign, I got this Eric sign behind me that I don't even understand.
I do love that I just left you alone in this house.
Yeah,
Went to another house to film this.
it's upsetting
Yeah.
and not fair. And frankly, I'm offended and hurt. And I don't
And
know
for
if I
once
wanna
in the
keep
first
doing
time, I
this.
have better internet than you for the first time ever.
The internet is strong where you are.
It's strong.
I don't know if I trust it here. So bear with me.
All right,
my
Eric.
teeth look really white on the stream, which is great. That's the one thing I got going with this awful lighting that makes me look like I have jaundice.
You do look like you have jaundice.
Yeah, I've missed you all very much. We took a week away, and we had a lot going on, to say the least. In All Time Low Band World, we all took a lot of precautions to be able to get ourselves and our crew, a lot of whom live here in Nashville, down here to Nashville. And we have
Shoved a
been-
bunch of shit up our holes.
put a lot of stuff in our noses to figure out whether or not we were safe to be around each other. Turns out we are. And as a result, we are getting to play some music together for the first time this year, which is really, really exciting. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm in a good mood. I'm drinking a vodka Red Bull, which, if you've never experienced it, is like when you want to have heart palpitations and also party.
And acid reflux.
And acid reflux. So here we go, baby. First thing on the docket today, I'd like to take a live look right now at Blonde Bear. How's Blonde Bear doing? Let's
How's
check
he
in.
doing?
It's been a minute. Blonde Bear?
He. Oh, he. As
So
soon
as we
s-
can see there, he's
as
moving.
soon as he heard us, he ran away. You heard
Blonde
you see
Bear's
that?
in the process of moving a house. Last we checked, he was taking out his garbage. He'd been doing a big cleaning, spring cleaning, and now he's decided to move. So he's packed up all his stuff and put it in that storage unit. And he's a little bit shy. Also, we learned recently that there are more than just blonde bears. Did you know that, Jack?
Nope.
I've become quite obsessed.
Yeah.
in the hunt for
this
for
is what
rare
you do.
blonde animals.
You learn about one thing and you dive so deep inside it that you lose yourself
In the music and the moment.
in the moment.
So this week I learned that there's such thing as a blonde seal. Let's take a look at this guy. Look at that,
Aw.
baby. Look at that little guy.
Hey,
Are you
boy.
kidding me?
Hey,
That's
boy.
real. That's a real thing, Jack.
That's really cool.
That's what gives me hope. It's
Blonde
those.
boys.
It's the little things. Blonde animals give me hope that things are going to be okay.
Sorry, I can't stop thinking about you and Jaundice.
We're just going to have to deal with the way I look for this episode.
I don't understand it. Like, turn the camera a little bit.
It's not that. It's this. There's a lot of backlight and front light and this Eric sign. There's a lot going on. So make sure that you go check out blondebearlive.com for updates, because that's very important. Let's check in on our boys, Ryan and Jeff. Let's see what they're up to. Hello, lads.
Hi, friends.
How you guys
Hello.
doing? What's going on?
Wonderful.
Jeff, are you at a Rita's Italian Ice back room?
No, I can
No.
tell you exactly what a Rita's Italian Ice back room looks like, and it does not look like that.
That's one of my new laboratories. We upgraded to a different location.
What's going on back there? That looks like a bunch of like heads in tanks or something.
We're harvesting
Oh.
their brains.
It's
What
not.
are you building?
Those are the plants from last week. We had to quarantine them too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ryan, people are
Jeff really
commenting
goes
that you
hard
don't-
on this green screen bit, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I love
like that it's canon.
Jack, I'd like to bring up what you're about to bring up. I think I'll let you finish as the host.
The people are saying you're not orange anymore.
Yeah. So
Wow.
You
yeah,
figured it out?
and
Very nice.
a lot of talk about jaundice and orangeness to me, and I think I figured it out. I think it was a monitor setting, and I was taking the blues out of my monitor to save my eyes, but I'm sacrificing my eyes so that
Fuck those
you
eyes,
won't have
man.
to look at my Cheeto skin anymore.
Can you teach me to take some of the kidney failure out of my monitor?
It's caused by obstruction of the bile duct, as a matter of fact. Jaundice is so of the bile. Yeah.
Bile duct.
Let me tell you something about bile ducts.
That's something that I didn't need to hear on today's episode of Crash Test Live. I'll tell you that much.
No, bile duct.
So how are you guys doing? Obviously, this is a question really for the kids at home watching right now or listening because we've all been together and that's been wonderful. But how are you guys doing?
I can pitch in if you got a second. I got a little story that kind of ties into a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Please share with the
Do you
class.
remember? Maybe it was the last episode we did. I had video of a guy trying to break into a car that was next to mine, and eventually he did.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be that 2 days ago my truck was broken into?
Whoa.
As you guys know, because it was parked outside of your Airbnb. So I have two theories.
Yeah.
One, it was one of you just drunk. Because what happened to everyone listening and watching, I had let them borrow my truck while they're here to drive around, so I don't have to drive them around all the time is really the only reason.
Before you continue, let me just go ahead and say that the thing about manuals is you can't just drive them, and I learned that the hard way.
They drive you.
They drive, stick shifts, can't do it.
You just rev it and hold on.
I have a car that drives itself and a car that no one can drive if you can't drive a stick. But anyway, so my second theory, and this is the one I'm running with, is that the guys who run this auto glass repair in Nashville, I think they're busting windows.
No.
Because I called this guy and I was like, hey, I've got a 2018 Toyota. He's like, oh, Tacoma? Yeah, we have 3 in stock. Come on by. I'll have you in and out in 30 minutes. And I was like, wait a
What?
second.
Wow.
This is two. And it was like, yeah, it's usually 220. I'll give it to you for 150. Just come in today. And I was like, well, I don't have a choice, but did you do this?
Holy shit, dude. So
He's like, oh, do you drive a gray Tacoma? You're like,
Yeah.
yes, I
was
do.
it parked
Why?
I would like to point out, Ryan, this was originally my conspiracy theory from way back when you and I lived together in LA. Your bike got stolen. And
Twice.
then like you got it back, but some parts were missing. And meanwhile, there was a truck that would park down the street from our apartment building and would sell bike parts.
Yes.
And I was
yes.
like, it's that guy.
It was. If you
definitely
think
that
of like
guy.
if you think of like an ice cream truck, it was that, but it was just selling bike parts.
But
Which
used bike parts. That come
who's ever
from the-
needed to buy a bike part ever? Really? Like,
I don't
Hey,
even
my
own a
bike
bike.
needs a chain. The chain got stolen. You
Yeah.
This chain?
I mean, there's got to be a market. There's got to be a market for it if this guy's doing it. I mean, right?
Yeah.
He's not just doing it for his health.
100%. But he's
That's-
then selling your own shit back to you, which I think is what happened with this window.
I think we cracked the code, and I think we need to take it to the Supreme Court. If I'm being honest,
We're going to the very top.
We're going to the
We're
top.
going to the top
the
with
very
this.
top
This thing goes to this thing goes all the way to the top.
It does. It's unfortunately it does.
corruption-
But anyway,
the
I'm doing
corruption is
good.
insane.
It's great to see everyone. It's great to be healthy around you guys and all of our crew, and great to be playing again. And that's
You
it.
heard it here first, folks. He said I'm healthy. I am healthy despite how it may look.
Alex, we're gonna put you under a blue light. You're gonna be just fine.
Help me. Help. Jeff,
We'll
what
put
about
some-
you? How's it going?
Oh, great, man! It's been really nice seeing everybody. It's been a change base. You know, everything's
Yeah.
good now.
You took a nice little road trip down here, yeah?
Yeah, we drove down from Boston, and it was gorgeous. We experienced a lot of good scenery, and just the simple things, appreciating the good stuff. You know,
It's very funny that, like, you know, you mentioned Jack wanting to do this separate from you, but we're all within 2 miles of one another right now, and we're all in separate locations.
Can you imagine the feedback loops that we'd have if we were in the same room, though?
Very true. Very
Would not
true.
be okay for a podcast.
was it an audio thing?
With
How
all
do
the
they do it?
technology and I guess wit behind all of us, we couldn't figure out how to do this from the same place.
Not only
honestly
did we not,
caused
we
us-
had like a meeting about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it caused us so much anxiety. It's part of the reason we didn't do an episode last week, because we didn't know if we wanted to do it together or not, and it took us a full week to be like, nah, let's not do it.
And I just rented out a new lab. That's it. I found a lab
Well, Jeff needed the new
over here,
lab.
so yeah, we
We
need
had to
it.
find a lab in Nashville that was appropriate for your
Yeah,
experiment.
it's underground too. So
For those listening to the audio-only podcast version of this, Jeff is currently sitting in a room that is filled. It looks like the inner workings of maybe a McDonald's kitchen, but on one side it looks like a lot of glass tanks that maybe contain organs or something that I'm a little
no,
worried about.
no. It's the plants only.
Just play.
So don't worry about it at all. Don't worry about
Just
anything. Yeah.
All right, I'm
my
gonna pop
kidneys?
out and let you guys continue with the show.
Wonderful
Yeah.
news.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Rye. And that brings us to this week's wonderful news.
Coming to you live from CTL Studios is Wonderful News.
In this week's wonderful news, a $30,000 robot will make you a salad. Sally, the new salad robot making its debut in San Francisco this month, is more like a salad vending machine. All you have to do is press a few buttons on a touchscreen and it drops perfectly neat portions of refrigerated ingredients into your bowl. But Sally, the salad bot, could be the latest step in automating some of the more repetitive parts of food preparation. Its creators hope food robots can help with one of Silicon Valley's biggest restaurant problems, a shortage in kitchen staff. Sally is the first product from Chowbotics, a Redwood City startup developing robots for the food service industry. The CEO and founder Deepak Sakar spent 2 years creating Sally and said, "I've always thought cooking was 20% creative work and 80% formulaic work." Spoken like a true nerd.
Lazy person.
Sally is a bit larger than an ATM with a rounded window. Oh my God. So, long
Wait, how
story
big is
short,
this?
it's like an ATM. It's the size of an ATM.
Okay.
Long story short, we are approaching, aside from the inevitable apocalypse that we're also approaching, we are also approaching like Jetsons level food, which
Yeah,
I am
that is-
so pumped for, because if there's one thing you know about me, Jack, it's that I love my Jetsons.
You do
And I'm
love your
excited-
Jetsons. I have
I'm
a question
excited
for you.
to put a coin in a machine and get a meal out of it. Not
I
just a
love
candy
that.
bar, but a full meal of food. You know that movie that's my favorite movie, Jack? What is it?
Fifth Element.
Correct. And you know that scene where she puts the 2 little pills on a plate, puts that in a thing that looks like a microphone, and pulls out a giant fucking roast chicken.
Hell yeah.
This is the first step to that.
We're so close.
We're this close,
It's a
GB.
fucking salad. No one wants a salad. It just reminds me of Parks and Rec with Sue salads, and they never want them. But Alex, I do have a
Yes.
question for you. Is salad days a saying?
What?
Have you ever heard the saying salad days? This reminded me of that.
What is it? No. Why does this have to do with anything?
Because,
Salad
it's
days?
salad. Yeah, salad days is a saying.
It is a saying. It's the period when one is young and inexperienced.
See?
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know, because I was like, ooh, this reminds me of like salad days.
I'm telling you about the future of food
And I'm
delivery,
going back.
and you're asking me about phrases, turns
Sorry.
of phrase. Can we stay on track, please? This is the news.
Sad
People gotta
salad
know.
days.
People got to know what's going on. It turns out it will make you a salad, but it cannot learn to love.
I was just learning to laugh.
And that's sad. A man in a stolen vehicle flees officers, crashing into a woman in a separate stolen vehicle. Both were arrested. 2 drivers in separate stolen vehicles were arrested following a crash in Newburgh, Oregon. Last week, officers responded to a report of a suspect that had just stolen a person's Toyota Land Cruiser. The stolen vehicle was located minutes later as it went through town, according to police. The suspect attempted to elude police through downtown Newburgh, then crashed into an occupied Buick Regal near East Franklin and College.
Pretty cool.
I can see it all in my head. Thanks for
love
putting all the
this.
street names in, Jeff, because I can picture the whole thing. The driver in the Toyota, identified as Randy Lee Cooper, he's 27. What are you doing? What are you doing, Randy? Was arrested for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and attempting to elude the police. And the Buick was reported stolen 3 weeks ago. This is like the beginning to like a sweet rom-com.
Yeah,
I feel
except if you look at their picture, they don't look very sweet.
Let's take a look.
I guess
She looks sweet.
She looks sweet. He looks like
He looks like a guy that would sell you candy out of a van.
he looks like a guy named Randy.
She has kind eyes.
She does have kind eyes.
Yeah. So I would like to take this story. I would like to tweak a few of the elements of said story. I would like to pitch it to Hollywood, the big time Hollywood movie producers. I think this could be the next like Bonnie and Clyde meets
Ooh,
Can't Hardly Wait.
it's good, man. You'll be ready for that big meeting.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready for that big meeting.
Gotta take that suit, the suit that Jeff invented. It's good though. It's good. This could be a good
Yeah.
movie.
I like the story. She looks too good to be doing this. She must have hit hard times or something.
That's the worst thing you've ever said. Researchers find fans of apocalyptic movies may be coping with the pandemic better. A small team of researchers from the U of Chicago, Pennsylvania State University, and Aarhus University has found that people who are exposed to end-of-the-world movies may be more resilient when dealing with real-life ongoing events, such as COVID. They've written a paper describing questioning volunteers about movies they've seen and real pandemic experiences. The movie industry has been cranking out end-of-the-world type movies for years. Martians attack, diseases break out, etc., etc. Psychologists have been evaluating and trying to understand why people watch such movies, but have had little success. In this new effort, the researchers looked at such movies in another way, as preparation for real-life disaster scenarios. They wondered if watching a movie about an epidemic such as Contagion, starring Gwyneth Paltrow and Matt Damon, 2011, might help people deal with real-world shit. They noted that viewership of Contagion rose dramatically during the first few months of coronavirus. Interesting. To find out why and whether watching the movie helped viewers, the researchers turned to Prolific, an online recruitment tool that allows researchers to connect with volunteers virtually. For their study, this is a long one. For their study, the researchers queried 126 individuals. Notably, each of them was paid for their efforts. That's so few people. How can you even say this is a study? We found 120. We went to a mall and asked everyone there
Yeah.
if they've watched Contagion once and if they felt more prepared for this.
We
And
went to an
everyone was like,
an Auntie Anne's pretzel in the mall kiosk.
yeah, right? Go to an Orange Julius and see who feels more prepared. If you're
Wait.
eating at Panda Express, you know what's up.
I will say that this kind of reminds me of like you and Jeff. Like you guys are the kind of people that like this like COVID hits and you're like, I knew it was coming. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh,
That's right.
Jeff's reporting
I've been
from
waiting.
what appears to be
the
It's
set
Waterworld.
set of Waterworld.
okay.
Everything's underwater. All right, I'm out of here.
I agree with this. I agree with this study wholeheartedly. I feel like I've watched zombie movies, apocalypse movies, alien invasion movies, pandemic movies.
Even a movie where Justin Long gets turned into a walrus called Tusk.
Yes, Tusk. I feel like I would know what to do if an old man kidnapped me and tried to make me into a walrus. I'm prepared for that now.
So
I would be sitting in that chair, tied to that chair, and I'd be like, oh,
Quick
I know
backstory.
this.
Me and Alex were sitting and watching Netflix last night, and someone was like, you need to watch a movie called Tusk where Justin Long gets turned into a walrus. And I'm like, that's not a real fucking movie. You're joking with me. And I looked it up, and no, it's a real movie. It's basically like, we didn't watch it because I'm scared of everything.
It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
But yeah, it's kind of like Human Centipede, but with a walrus. Like human walrus.
And that being said, I feel more prepared for the situation having seen it.
Yes.
You know? I don't know. I mean, they clearly didn't, survey enough people for this to be valid at all. But there's some truth to that, I think. I think that,
I'm with you.
If you've seen,
You're desensitized.
yeah?
Matt Damon desensitized you. Matt Damon.
Thanks, Matt.
Matt.
A woman returns home to find potatoes had sprouted terrifying tentacles. Let's take a look at this picture before we kick it, because I want to. Ah!
No.
That's
Ew.
That's a potato just trying to potate right there.
Fuck that, dude.
And if there had been a movie about this, we would know what to do with it. Unfortunately, no one's made that movie yet.
Fucking puke. That's some
Donna
ghost-
Pleury, age 22, has told her story about how she returned home after 3 months away to find mutant potatoes had invaded the kitchen. She discovered alien-like spuds with their 3.5-foot-long tentacles after spending lockdown with her boyfriend. She bought a $2.81 bag of potatoes from the supermarket in March with the intention of cooking them for dinner. When lockdown restrictions were announced, she fled from Caen, France to quarantine with her boyfriend, leaving the veg under the kitchen shelf. When she got home, that's what she found. She found some creepy-ass spuds.
Dude,
And
fuck that.
she posted this stuff online, and her terrifying experience racked up 195,000 likes and more than 61,000 retweets. Despite the saga, Donna has not been put off potatoes, and she's going to continue to cook them in the future. She said,
Talk about salad days, man.
I wanted to extract the bag of potatoes from the countertop, but it wasn't easy. The shoots had fixed in place, and the joints were difficult to remove. If she had left it alone for longer, I feel like the house would have just become a potato house. Which, again, maybe not the worst. Maybe we've been doing it wrong all along. And in these trying times, with people struggling,
Why is it
housing
purple?
is an issue. Maybe all we need to do is make houses out of potatoes. You know? We could solve some crises here.
I may
on
never
this show.
eat a potato again.
Knowing that it could do that inside you at any moment.
Yes.
If you don't chew it enough, folks, it could sprout. Could sprout. Just warning you. An English pub owner has installed electric fencing to keep customers at a safe distance. Businesses have had to embrace social distancing during the pandemic, of course, and perhaps none more so than an English pub, which installed an electric fence to keep thirsty customers at bay. Johnny McFadden, who runs the Star Inn in St. Just, Cornwall, said that he installed the electric fence in front of the pub's bar for social distancing purposes. He said, it's a very small pub. And the first and last rural pub in Cornwall. He just wants to stay open. So in an effort to do so and to protect staff and himself, the customers have been put at a meter distancing rule. And to enforce that, he's used electric wiring that gives you a little zap if you...
Reminds me of Jurassic Park. I know that's why Jeff put that in there.
Yeah. It's very clever girl situation.
Clever girl.
Yeah. I bet you every day he does the trick to people where he's like, is it on? And then he grabs it and acts like he's getting shocked, and he's not. And he's like, just kidding, flips the switch.
By the way, Cornwall is the most British name I've ever heard.
Cornwall's lovely. Have you ever been to Cornwall?
Cornwall or Cornwall?
Cornwall. It's pronounced Cornwall. It's spelled Cornwall. Like
I heard that
Cornwall.
wrong.
But you don't say that. Because that would be silly.
A lot of people
There's
are...
no literal wall of corn. As
Then-
epic as that might be.
Then I don't want
As
anything to do
Eric
with
as
it.
that might be. And finally, teens are dressing up as mask-wearing grandmas to score alcohol. This is incredible.
So
I saw
good.
this the other day, and while we here on Crash Test Live do not condone underage drinking, we do fully back ingenuity.
Yes.
In a pandemic, no one knows you're underage. That's what Gen Z's discovered as they've updated the fake ID for the COVID-19 era, hitting up liquor stores dressed as elderly grandmas wearing face masks. It started as a prank on social media with videos of users bedecked as booze-hound puppies. What is this writing, Jeff? Seemingly victorious, bottles in hand, racking up millions of views. You get your liquor before you turn 21. We've all done it, right? I had a fake ID. You had a fake ID.
I didn't drink till the day I was 21, Alex. What are you
You're a
talking about?
liar.
You're a
You are
fucking liar.
dirty liar. I know it. So yeah, they've been disguising themselves as elderly folks, but with the mask, people can't tell. We have a picture here. Is it a picture or a video? Throw it up.
Oh.
Yes. This is full on.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, those are great disguises.
They look waxy.
I could never think of that. I hate this bullshit. There's always generational bullshit where it's like, oh, the millennials shaking fist angrily, and oh, Gen Z shaking fist angrily. I'm proud to see the level of ingenuity created by generations after ours, you know?
It's their freedom.
Yeah. We're upgrading. We're getting smarter. We're
Wait,
doing
wait,
okay.
wait. I want to see them again. Reed, can you pull up the picture of these people again? I didn't get a good look.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, what? No, Reed, no. Reed, no. That's Green Lantern, and we don't need to go back there. Ugh. Why you gotta do the fish man? You've ruined the episode for me.
Yeah, I'm choking on my beer. I don't have COVID.
Can we actually put the real picture back up? Is that possible, or did you go past it? There we go. I love this so much. The one on the left, the little babushka lady, is so good.
The babushka lady.
It's amazing. The little
So
fur
good,
shawl
dude.
and the scarves. She's got like 18 scarves on. Glad. Like, I would definitely sell that old lady some booze.
Yeah.
You know? Times are hard.
So good, dude.
Man.
Babushka lady.
Incredible. Incredible. All I can say is that I'm proud. I'm proud of our youth. You know? No underage drinking. That's bad. We can't endorse it on the show. But I'm proud. And that is this week's Wonderful News. We'll be right back.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey.
Welcome back to Crash Test Live. It's time for Jack's Snacks. My favorite ongoing.
We had a good one
recurring
last
segment.
week.
We did have a good one last week. No episode, but we did still have an installment of Jack's Snacks, and it was wonderful.
Can we talk about how fucking bad Sour Patch Kids cereal was?
We group tasted with another cameo from Zach Merrick, unpaid. We tasted Sour Patch cereal, and it was fucking hell on earth.
Not
you
good.
guys. It was
2 out of
just
10.
awful. So this week, JB,
yeah.
what you got for us, man?
So let me preface this by saying that this week's is kind of a two-parter. So I'm going to start it this week, and we're going to have to check back in next week to give it a full score.
Is it a potato that grows inside of you slowly and then bursts out of your skin?
Yeah.
So you need a week for it to grow?
Yeah. Did you see it in
Okay.
the fridge?
Yeah. I saw your potato.
You saw,
I
saw
saw
your
what you did with
potato.
that potato.
So it's another cereal. I'm sorry, but it's a special cereal.
Why are you only doing cereals? You got to diversify, man. Do you
I
not
love
know that there's other foods?
I love breakfast food. You know this about me.
I think in all of this, the segment Jack Snacks has taught us more so than anything else that Jack does not know that there are other food categories. It's just
love
cereal.
How much cereal do I eat at the house? I have Fruity Pebbles on hand all the time.
I've seen you eat cereal one time.
Today.
Yes.
All right. So this is a two-parter.
Okay.
It's a cereal called Poop Like a Champion.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna eat it. It's an ultra fiber cereal.
I hate
we're
it
gonna-
here.
And I'm gonna come back next week and let you know how it goes. But it talks about how you can
This
5
is
steps
awful.
to pooping like a champion. High fiber diet. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Get your exercise. Put poop on a schedule and relax. It's got
You
hints
at
on
the end
back.
you relax?
Yeah. So we're
So
gonna.
get your- God, I
Yeah.
love relaxing, and I don't have any of that other shit together.
Yeah. So this is for me and you, Alex, because we have IBS.
I was gonna say, so there is actually an important piece to this puzzle here. Now that I know what the snack is, we both struggled with tummy problems pretty much our whole lives.
Dibs on band name Tubby Problems.
Tummy problems.
Tummy.
This is definitely the episode name. Sometime last year, you got pretty serious about figuring out exactly what was wrong with your holes,
Yeah.
and you
Smells
went
like
to
cardboard.
many different doctors, and
Yeah.
so I sort of feel like this ties into your journey of figuring out what's wrong with your insides.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let you know next week what happens, but I will tell you this. First off, it smells like cardboard.
Yeah. So hang on, can I pause for a second because this is
Yeah.
a two-parter?
Yeah.
I assume this week is sort of the review of the taste and the general, the overview, if you will, of the first bite, and then next week when we check back in, it's going to be more of how were the results. So we'll do a 1 to 10 review of the taste and everything, and then next week we'll do a 1 to 10 review of your poops,
Correct.
if that sounds acceptable. to
That
you.
sounds exciting and acceptable.
All right, wonderful. I hope everyone at home is just as excited.
It smells like cardboard.
Okay. First, are you sure you're not just smelling the cardboard box that it came in?
That has come into play, I believe.
Yeah.
Also,
That could be a thing.
I bought this on Amazon, so I don't know if it's a real thing or if it's a joke. So it seems.
Why would
real.
it be a joke? What's the joke?
It's called Poop Like a Champion. Like, that's the name of it.
I hope you shit bright green. And that's the joke.
Let's take a look. Oh my god. It actually tastes like nothing.
Okay.
Like,
That's not very exciting for the podcast.
it is the absence of taste.
It is the the complete inverse. It is
taste.
it's the lack. It's like when people go, "What was there before the universe?" This is the flavor embodiment of that.
It doesn't, like, there's no other way to describe this. I'm gonna make you taste it later. That's what she said.
Questionable.
It doesn't taste like anything at all.
Wow. Someone in the chat just said tastant. Like isn't, but with taste. Oh,
Someone said he has COVID. I don't have COVID. I was tasting fine earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might. Oh boy.
Dude.
Oh boy.
It
You're getting
does
tested
not.
again. We're gonna have to put more swabs up you. Okay, so it tastes like nothing, smells like cardboard. This is the worst snack you've ever brought on the show. This is not exciting for anyone.
I still gotta give it more than the Sour Patch Kids, so I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right,
that tasted bad. This is just tastes like nothing.
So shouldn't it just be a 5, like a middle of the road 5? It's not offensive, so it
You're
shouldn't
right,
be less
5.
than
5
5.
out of 10. You're
It's
right.
just a flat 5 out of 10,
Yeah.
right?
Flat 5.
True neutral.
I'll let you, oh my god, I have to go to the bathroom. Can you imagine if it was just like
Just
that?
immediately bowel movement.
Just immediately.
But
shit
it's
your
like the
pants.
best day of your life. It's like the most satisfying, and
Let's go.
You're better for it, and that, folks, could be a 10 out of 10. We don't know. We'll find out next week.
I'll let you know.
This has been just a waste of time. Thank you for that. Sorry to everyone at home. Apologies all around. We can't take it back though. That's how this show goes. Yeah, it's. I'm ready to move on. Are you ready to move on? I'd like to move on.
I'm ready to move, baby.
Let's move on. It's time for. Hey, you know, it'd be awesome. Featuring our one and only Jeff Maker back in the lab.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello.
So whenever we do this bit, I always feel like I'm talking to a new Jeffrey. Like even though we've already checked in earlier, when I talk to you here, I'm like, this is science, Jeffrey. This
I
is
switch
invention.
gears, you know?
This is invention, Jeffrey.
Yes, yes.
Hi, Invention Jeffrey. How are you doing today?
Very well, very well. Thank you for asking. We came from upstairs in Waterworld, and we're now down in the underground laboratory below Waterworld.
The Hydra Dharma station, if you will.
There it is. All right.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, you got some inventions for us this week.
Yes.
Would you like me to begin?
Yes.
Okay, the environment.
Yes.
Environment. High definition, flexible video wall coverings that you can turn into anything your heart desires. Thin as wallpaper, these coverings can turn any wall into windows or a log cabin or being completely surrounded by nature. They have automatic fresh airflow for breeze simulations and smell to make it seem like you're outside or inside. Turn your living room into a tropical paradise for that hot date or impress business colleagues by magically whisking them away to an office party in your own home.
Just like that. Well, that just looks like screens, but I mean, it's prototypes.
This dude
you
just
know?
reclining in a lazy boy looking at geckos and flowers. That's the vision. With the
He's
breeze
just
simulator. Oh my god, I just saw the breeze simulator. Oh, this is so good, Jeff. Oh man. I feel like that could be problematic though, because if in this day and age of like people hacking, you could end up with some like if someone hacked your system, they could put you in some of the worst places
Any
you could
hole.
possibly imagine.
This system can't be hacked because it cannot connect to any kind of cellular tower or internet. So it is by itself.
It's a
You got to load it with a stick. You can't
It's a
download it.
self-contained server.
Correct.
Yeah. Suddenly you're just on a porn set and like
It's your freedom, you know?
I hate it. In a goldfish bowl. I don't know.
Whatever your heart desires.
Hey, that's your prerog.
It's actually a good invention, Jeff. I
Pretty
like that
good.
one.
Thanks.
Next invention is just called Hello with a question mark. Hello.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that right. A
Yes.
phone that can call the past or the future one time only. Any time period in the past that has phone technology or any time in the future. The call can only last 10 minutes because we're still developing the technology. And if you call the time period in the future where humanity is gone, please let us know.
Yes. Got me phone.
Is that Lionel Richie?
Why is it an old 80s cell phone? And why is it Lionel
You
Richie?
can call Lionel Richie in the past if you want. If you want. If you're lucky enough. If you get him, that'd be great.
Dude.
I love the question mark.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know who you're calling. Are you calling the past or the future? You can't.
Oh, so you can't
determine.
pick? You can't
No,
pick
no.
whether you're it's just like a random, you pick up the phone and it calls somewhere?
Yeah, it'll tell you it'll tell you if you're calling the past or the future, but then who you get, you don't know. And hopefully someone answers.
Okay,
we're still working on it. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
If you call the past
Yes.
before a time that there are phones, what do they answer on?
Well, specifically in the description, it says you can only call a time period that has phone technology. So
I
we,
didn't say that.
yeah, it's in there. It's in the back. It's in the fine print, probably. But
I didn't read between the lines.
no, yeah. But I mean, we made it so that you can't call a time period that doesn't have phone technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we can,
Yeah.
we can go as far back as like, I don't know. when the
19,
telephone
like,
was,
10? Maybe?
was it late 1800s or early 1900s?
When was the Hey, Ryan, when was the
That could
telephone
be.
invented?
That could be a trivia question. We don't know yet. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
We don't know. Could be.
Uh-oh, pause. Don't answer, Ryan. I feel like Jeff's pulled some
Is
moves
that,
here.
there's no way, is that really one of the questions?
What a useless fucking invention.
Hey,
dare you,
I'd love to call the future. I don't know. See what's happening.
Wait, someone just said in the chat that I read it out loud. Oh, see, here's the thing. I get so locked into just reading it correctly that I don't actually absorb much of the information. I hear like 3 things that I'm saying out loud as I do this.
Yeah.
That's how my brain works.
You're like, yeah.
I want to move on
Yeah.
because this one's stupid. No, it's great, Jeff. It's great. You did great.
Oh, okay.
The escapade pod. The escapade. Okay.
Like it's not the escape pod, it's the escapade pod.
Escapade pod. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a robot time capsule that you bury at one of our exotic time sites. It's a vacation spot where you can say goodbye to your past. You pick a spot to bury it at the end of your vacation. You set a time and date for it to unbury itself, and it'll drive, float, or fly to your location. Have a time capsule reveal party. Did I fuck up in 2003? Let's take a look.
What a nice vacation.
The graphics are literally the best part of this.
They really are. They really are. It makes
Just a happy family standing on a
The
beach.
daughters in the middle, just like, what the fuck are we
Were they
doing?
in that graphic, were they on a new vacation, or was that like sort of them remembering?
Oh, that's them at one of our exotic vacation spots.
Okay, they
Yeah,
went back
That's
to dig
so
it up.
good.
Well, they haven't closed the time capsule and buried it yet. They're just like saying goodbye,
Oh, got it.
looking out and thinking about their future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. A lot of time travel stuff in this week's.
Yeah. I went down one rabbit hole and we just kept going down and just
Hell yeah.
doing future stuff.
You really did. Generation Jelly,
Yeah.
a magazine from the future. Again, what's happening? Everything's from the future. Generation Jelly, a magazine from the future that makes you jealous about everything that hasn't been invented in our time yet. Is it real? Is it satire? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. For those listening to the audio-only version, it's a magazine that says Generation Jelly. Jealous yet? And it's Harry Styles with a cybernetic eye.
2194.
And the subtext is a robot now. And Rob Stringer and Jeffrey Azoff on their superstar unicorn. What? Oh, you didn't do the other. President Barakat, what is this? Exclusive.
Barakat
President Barakat
the
the
Fourth.
Fourth speaks publicly for the first time since the operation.
It's from the future.
Harry says, this is the most excited I've ever been about anything.
Oh boy.
Is this implying that Harry Styles outlives all of us? We
don't know.
And you're also assuming that I'll have children and then my children will become the president?
Right. That's what I'm saying. President Barakat the 4.
4.
That kind
Wait,
of implies that.
Does that mean that's my 4th kid or the 4th generation of me?
It would be probably your 5th kid if you would include a junior.
Oh my God. I actually, that invention would work. Like, I'm jealous. I wish I lived at that time period to know what the fuck was going on and why Harry Styles outlived all of us and is now a robot and has a cybernetic eye and what he's doing.
Alex, do you think your kids are jealous that my kids became president?
Yes.
My kids. I don't really know how numbers work.
Kids.
Got it. Got it.
I am jelly. I'm Generation Jelly.
All right.
Generation
Inventions
Jelly
are working, Jeff.
Sounds like a pop group from London.
And finally.
Hey guys, we're Generation Jelly. You ready to get up and get down?
This is why you're not the front man.
Anymore.
Ready to get up and get down?
Anymore.
Oh boy.
Sailor Moon. It's the lunar luge for your. Oh no, Jeff.
No, we're not going to.
Straight back into the toilet. Sailor Moon. It's the lunar luge for your atmosphere. We've actually done it, folks. This project is pretty top secret, so all I can tell you is it's got power suction vortex that'll safely but securely dock your launching gear to the seat and send that moon near. Oh God. Moon
Go on.
to a different kind of black hole.
That's right.
Jeff.
Oh yes.
All right.
See it.
Jeff.
It's only a preview. We're still working on it. Still working on it.
Who made that? Who actually made that picture? Is that Andrew?
That's Andrew. Yeah.
That's a toilet with a washing machine on it and a pipe from a dryer.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
those are pieces from Area 51 we were able to acquire.
No,
actually.
they're not.
Well, no.
They're not
We
all that.
can't pretend. We're not pretending. All right.
You've once again.
What are we,
taken the
Ryan?
show
No
straight into
imaginations?
straight into the potty zone. I thought we agreed. We agreed no more potty zone on this show.
I love it.
Okay. No more potty next week. All right, got it.
Someone just said that Jeff is the backbone of CTL, and I
He
agree.
really is. Jeff really is.
I gotta get out of here. I don't like that.
He's the glue that holds it all together.
Hannah Jamma is saying this is a $20,000 idea, so get up
Ooh.
there.
Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Price is going up.
All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
Hey, round of applause for Jeffrey. Oh man,
That was good.
I love that so much.
That's my favorite.
I love it so much, Jack.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick
I love it.
break. When we get back, we're gonna play another round of Are You Smarter Than Jack? Don't go anywhere. Welcome in.
What was that Hawaii?
Getting louder.
What was that?
They love it.
People are talking.
People are talking.
What was that Hawaiian song?
Don't worry about that Hawaiian song.
I love it.
Don't worry about it. It's just we're creating vibes here, man. When we take commercial breaks, we got to keep people entertained a little bit.
I love
you
that.
know, and people like a nice, relaxing Hawaiian tune.
I'm gonna
It's
get comfy,
time.
Alex. Is that cool?
It's
I'm gonna
time
put my
to
legs
play-
up on the couch.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna put my legs up on the couch. Is that cool? And get comfy.
Why would I give a shit?
Are you still
What you
upset?
do with your legs, man?
Are you still upset because I left?
Yeah. I wish you were here. I wish I was looking deep into your eyes, buddy.
Ew.
I miss you so much. Come back. Come back. No, it's actually time to brutalize you with knowledge or a lack thereof.
Brutalized.
This week, we have an incredible submission. A guest like no other. Her name is Holly. She's 32. She's from Bloomfield, New Jersey.
Ooh.
She's been a fan of All Time Low, the band that some of us have heard of, since 2010. She's been to over 100 shows.
Of this said band.
She's really good at putting up with our bullshit. She is a COVID survivor and a nurse on the front lines. Holly.
Ooh.
You win by default. Fuck this whole game show. You just win. You won
no.
automatically.
Nope.
You're smarter than Jack, and you won.
No, you have
Show's
to
over.
You have to prove it.
Call it.
Nope.
She is a self-proclaimed Disney nerd. Love that. Her favorite Disney park is Epcot Center, because probably the drinking. Let's be honest. Loves watching a show called Floribama Shore, which I've never heard of and don't want to know about. She wants to visit Ireland someday. She was involved in radio broadcasting in Manhattan, but left to become a nurse. And she just got a new tattoo, which hopefully we can see on the show. That'd be fun. Yeah, so without further ado, let's welcome Holly.
Hi.
Hey!
Hi, Holly.
We know you.
Hi, Holly.
I was like, those are some random facts.
You're like talking about Holly, and I was like, oh, I know Holly.
Yeah, we know Holly. Holly has been to
Hi,
What's
guys.
behind you?
meet and greets.
It's a mermaid.
Cute.
Closer.
Oh,
Cute.
nice.
And your wine is back. That way.
Respect. I noticed
It
that you've
is.
mostly drank it all.
Yeah, it's done. I'm waiting for the rosé to come.
Let's go. You got
Hell yeah.
you got a new tattoo.
Yeah, it's not one of you guys for once.
I'm offended.
It says, thanks for making me a fighter. And it has the
Oh.
stethoscope.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Just for
that's
fighting
incredible.
COVID and having it and working through it. It was really, really scary. So
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad to
How are
meet
you-
it on the
How
other
are
side.
you doing? How are things? I mean, I can't imagine. I feel like to be on the front lines of this has to be so terrifying and also very, I mean, at the same time rewarding because you're, saving the world basically.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be scary.
I wouldn't wish what I saw on anybody, to be honest with you. It was horrible.
Wow.
It was horrible.
I'm so sorry to hear that. And
no.
honestly, I can't say enough. Like, thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate
incredible.
it.
Yeah.
But I moved to work with kids now, so it's getting better.
Nice. Help
And
the
we haven't
kids.
had positive patients for a while, so it's starting to get better.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Good.
I'm glad you guys got your tests. I'm sure you like that shoved up your nose.
I've gotten 3 now, and I thought I would get better. You get more used to it. You don't.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It's still a
Pretty
thing up your
uncomfortable
nose.
each time.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah, wear a
quick.
mask, people. Come on, everyone in the chat.
wear your masks, people.
Yeah,
Wear
please
your
wash
masks.
your hands so I don't have to work harder again.
Yeah. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Hand sanitizer is king. Yeah, anyway, are you ready to play? Are you ready to play?
Yeah,
this game?
I only work 12-hour shifts, but I'm ready now.
I know you and I like you, so I feel weird competing with you as a friend. So, but all right, here we go.
I got a feeling you're
You're going
getting
down.
wrecked, dude.
Yeah, probably.
They should have
wanna
done
say.
medical questions. That would have been good.
Yeah.
Before we play, for both of you and for those at home, I'm going to explain the rules real quick and then we'll get into it. So, there are 6 categories of questions. Each question is more esoteric than the next. Thank you for that one, Jeff.
Define esoteric, please, Ryan.
First one to define esoteric wins. The challenger answers a question first, and then Jack answers a different question from the same category. Whoever has the most correct answers at the end, obviously, wins a beautiful 1983 or 84, depending, Hewlett-Packard printer.
I'll take
only
it.
black and white. unfortunately. If no one has any correct answers after 6 rounds of questions, we go to a bonus round. It's kind of a sudden death thing. I sort of decide how many points it's worth based on how I feel that day, and that determines the winner. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Holly.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ignore that. I hit a button. Are you ready to play? Are you smarter than Jack? Okay. First question. What the category is Inspector Gadgets.
Oh, God.
This is all Jeffrey. Jeff does this. I have no control what he puts on the run sheet. Okay, so bear that in mind. What did the first coin-operated vending machines dispense? Oh, nice. Back. Okay. The robot story.
Salad days.
Jack, stop it. It's not your turn. You wait your turn. What did the first coin-operated vending machines dispense? Your choices are A, medicine, B, postcards, C, hats, and D, beef jerky.
I'm gonna go with postcards. B.
B, postcards. That's your answer. You are correct.
Yay.
Wow.
I wasn't
I
gonna
would
say
have guessed.
medicine.
I would have guessed medicine.
I knew that. Come on.
I was convinced it was beef jerky. It's 1-0. Jack, are you ready?
Sure.
Don't be so grumpy.
I'm not smart about this kind of stuff, Alex. I don't know coins.
I don't know things about things. How long after the invention of canned food was the can opener invented? Your choices are A, 15 years, B, 20 years, C, 45 years, D, 65 years.
I'm gonna say A, 15 years.
You said A?
Nope, I didn't say A.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Jack.
What was it?
Incorrect. The answer is C, 45 years.
All right, that wasn't even an option in my head.
Which is
so.
pretty unbelievable. But before that, you just had to bash it against a rock.
Yeah,
with your
what
friend.
do you do till for 45 years? Like, what do you...
Knives, I think. You just stab that thing open,
Makes sense.
you know? Or like a little a sharp thingy. They had
I
those little things
can't
you went
believe
around
it
the
took
edge.
humans 45 years to be like, guys, why are we like fucking stabbing these things
It's kind of
with
the
knives?
perfect. It's kind of the perfect like metaphor for how humans are.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, look at this. We created canned food. 45 years later, we found a way to open them conveniently. Wow.
insane.
Wow. Okay, it's 1-0, Holly. Your next category is Secret Agent Man. And that's Secret Agent Man, not Secret Agent Man. Who was the youngest actor to ever play the role of James Bond? Your choices are... Jack's so mad. Your choices are A, Timothy Dalton, B, Roger Moore, C, Daniel Craig, or D, George Lazenby. Jack's...
Okay, like you would know this question. I don't know this.
Jack certainly knows this question.
I'm gonna say. I have no idea. I'm gonna go with A.
Jack,
I don't know this.
Jack, do you want to tell her? I'll
George
give you this.
Lazenby.
I was
George
gonna go.
Lazenby.
The answer is D, George Lazenby.
Australian actor George Lazenby.
Okay, sorry.
He
I
was a
don't watch
male.
those
He was a
movies.
male model.
He
He was not even an actor.
He was,
and there's an incredible story.
mechanic. He was an auto mechanic turned male model turned. He conned his way into being James Bond, and then got offered 8 James Bond movies and turned them down.
Yeah. He he
Sorry.
didn't like acting and was like, "No, I'm good." Walked away.
Yeah.
Walked
All
away
right,
from the
I'll get
role
on
of
that.
James Bond. So, unfortunately, that was not Jack's question.
Oh, I can't imagine it would have been, Alex. I can't imagine a world it would have been.
Maybe in the future we'll make some calls. Jack, your question: in all of the James Bond films, which are the only 2 00 numbers never mentioned? Films, not comics or novels.
That's tough. Okay, well I didn't read the comics, so this is going to be impossible.
So your choices are A, 001 and 005, B, 002 and 003, C, 004, 009, or D, 006 and 008.
Okay, I know that 006 was. I know that 004 and 9 were. So I'm going to say A.
Jack, that is
Wow.
Let's go. I got one.
001 and 005 are never mentioned in James Bond canon, and we don't really know what they're doing out there. I presume they're out there, but we don't know what they're doing.
That was tough though. And I've seen every James Bond movie like 30 times, and that was not easy.
It's 1-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're tied up. Okay. Holly, next
Give me
category.
a good one.
Category is our bodies.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. What gives red blood cells their color? Is it A, iron, B, hemoglobin, C, oxygen, D, melanin?
I should know this.
Yes, you
'cause I
should.
was like-
That's a hard
He is a
question.
nurse, everyone. Uh-oh. Spooked ya.
Well, Holly, you're never taking care of my blood.
I know.
I'm not letting you anywhere near my blood.
It's C. C?
C, oxygen?
No, wrong.
I didn't say anything yet. Do you want to change your answer?
Why would you change your right answer?
Hemoglobin.
The answer is B, hemoglobin.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to give it to you because I don't want anyone to find out that you got it wrong. as a
Yeah.
nurse.
I know I
we-
shouldn't put my name on here.
We're gonna
We don't
let
want
that
you
one
getting
slide.
fired.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. Yeah.
Except like if I can't imagine like why would I ask a nurse that? Hey, while you're here, would you mind letting me know why my blood is red? Why is my
Yeah,
blood red?
I only give the blood. I only give the blood transfusions. I don't actually.
Why is the sky blue and why is my blood red? Help me. You're just that little kid pulling on the pant leg. Excuse me. Okay, Jack.
That's so embarrassing. I'm so pissed.
No, you got it right. You're fine. Everything's fine. Jack,
Another
what is the
Bond
most
question?
common? Shush. What is the most common blood type in humans? Your choices are A, O negative, B, AB positive, C, B positive, or D, O positive.
I would say probably not the O's. I'm gonna go ahead and say B positive.
As much as I would like to be positive for this answer,
Is it AB
are-
positive?
no. The answer is in
Oh.
fact D, O positive.
I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone.
See, I want to know.
Yeah. Is
Did you know that one, Holly?
Yeah.
She was the way she was reacting? I knew she knew that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. O negative is the universal, right?
I thought it was O positive too, but
I don't
maybe
know.
I'm kidding.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. Holly, next category is Toontown. Your question. Which character was Walt Disney's all-time favorite? Your choices are A, Goofy, B, Mickey Mouse, C, Pluto, D, Donald Duck.
Oh my god, I should know this too.
By the way, not to interrupt you, but shout out to Jeff for like very specifically
great.
targeting categories.
Yeah,
that
my
are
question.
pertinent to- yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still getting them wrong.
We're here for you to learn.
Goofy. A?
Sorry, you said A, Goofy?
Yeah,
Wow. Correct.
Damn it.
that was total guess.
Yep. It was his favorite.
Okay.
It's his favorite boy. In the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which actor was originally offered the role of the villain Judge Doom, but was deemed too scary? Was it A, Jack Nicholson, B, Tim Curry, C, Gene Hackman, or D, Robert De Niro?
How is Joe Pesci not on that list?
I don't know.
Do you have that
I asked
answer
the
for me,
questions
Alex?
here. I asked the questions here.
I'm gonna guess Tim Curry B.
Jack, you are correct.
Yes, he's so scary in Home Alone. He's so scary in Home Alone.
He is terrifying.
When he smiles in Home Alone and they pan to the Grinch, scared me.
Yep. Gets me every time. Next category, Space Force. Holly, the red supergiant star Betelgeuse belongs to which constellation? Your choices are A, Scorpius, B, Ursa Major, C, Draco, D, Orion.
The
The
red
music.
super. Like, I only know Orion out of this list.
Well,
I'm gonna guess D.
D, Orion? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a wonderful guess.
That's the only one I knew out of that list.
Orion is correct.
God.
Yeah. Well done. Jack, are you ready?
What? Yes.
Which planet in our solar system has an axis that is tilted by 98 degrees? Your choices are A, Uranus, B, Jupiter, C, Venus, D, Saturn.
Sorry, when I hear 98 degrees, I just think of the band and I immediately go blank. My mind goes blank.
That's okay. I think that might have been part of the point.
Is that where they got their band name from?
Yeah, I'm sure they got their band name from the tilt of the axis of this planet, Jack.
I mean, this is just in any of these. It could be any of these. So I'm just gonna go with Uranus.
It could actually only be one.
Well, I'm gonna go with Uranus.
You are correct, Jack.
Right?
Are we tied right now?
No,
Jack
you're
is
winning.
weeping, everybody. Jack is actually crying right now. He's so excited.
This is the most I've ever done.
I
maybe
know.
ever.
Come on.
I'm gonna tell you
Holy
what. This
shit.
is a competitive round, like a competitive match. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't
but
think we've
both
ever
of
had
us
this
have
high
guessed
scoring.
almost every single time.
I don't know what to tell you. Final category: food for thought. What fruit is thrown at the annual Food Fight Festival held in Buñol, Spain? Your choices are A, apples, B, tomatoes, C, kiwis, D, grapes.
I'm gonna say B, tomatoes.
You are 100% correct.
Fuck. Yeah, who the fuck would throw a kiwi?
Can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine
Everything else
apples?
was hard.
Apples would be horrible. People
Yeah.
would be going to the hospital. You would be inundated with apple injuries.
Yes.
The sun's going down and I'm losing light, so I'm gonna put my camera lens.
No, don't do that. All right, Jack, final question. Which fast food restaurant chain once tested bubblegum broccoli as a children's menu item? questionable. Choices
Can you imagine
are
if I
A-
knew this immediately?
Oh yeah. I love that shit. A, Wendy's. B, Benny's. C, McDonald's. D, Burger King.
What? This is a real thing?
It is.
What the fuck is a Benny's? It's like
That is the real question.
that is the real question here.
Isn't it like
That's
a
actually the
breakfast
bo-
place?
I
actually
gotta
the
go
bonus
with Benny's because I've never heard of it before.
No, Jack, no. You should
all
never
right.
go with the thing that's probably not even real. Because I've never heard of a Benny's before. Denny's,
what's it-
sure.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. The answer is C, McDonald's.
Wow. What is a Benny's?
Jeff, what is a Benny's? Can you help us out here?
Yeah, it's a typo that was made. It was supposed to be Denny's, but now
I just guessed a fake restaurant. God damn it.
Not even a place. Not even a place. And yet, that was your guess. You guessed Benny's, the made-up
Oh
fucking
my
answer.
god. Yeah, that was a typo. It was supposed to be Denny.
Oh, also, my answer was a typo. It was also supposed to be Denny's.
Holy shit.
jeez.
All right, that's really funny.
All right, so we're currently, what are we at? What does that bring us to? Our score?
5-3.
So
Yeah.
Holly is
the
in a
winner.
pretty good lead here. Bonus question, Sudden Life is what Jeff has named this. How many countries exist in the world? Whoever gets closest to the number wins. And if you get the exact guess, I mean, you definitely win. You win hard. How many countries exist in the world?
Countries?
Countries, yeah.
I have no idea. 20?
20 countries?
Yeah.
Holly.
10.
10? You're going down? Holly. Can we take a second? Can we take a second, Holly?
I just
Nope,
worked a 12-hour shift.
No, it's my turn to answer. It's my turn.
Countries, not
It's my turn to
continents.
answer.
That's what I'm
Countries,
thinking of,
Holly.
continents,
I'm talking
sorry.
France. I'm talking Spain. I'm talking
Okay,
Germany.
sorry.
I'm
I was thinking of continents.
There are more than 10. Fashion another guess, please.
175.
Wow. Okay. Pretty good. Jack?
163.
Wow. Holly is closer.
Really?
Yeah, the answer.
You fixed that question for me.
197
Oh.
is the answer.
Well, she said 10 or 20, so.
I was thinking of continents.
Either way, though, 20 continents? Like, oh man.
It's okay.
No, it's
I only
fine.
save lives,
It's fine.
people.
Holly, I'm not mocking you. You won. You won well.
You won well.
6-3 with the bonus. You have.
You did allow me to
absolutely
get
crushed.
dangerously close to you, though.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Enjoy your printer. You're going to love it.
The fans
you.
love it.
It was good to see you guys.
Holly, it's so good,
Yeah,
to,
it's
see
good
you.
to see
Thank
you.
you for doing what you do once again. And
Thank
thanks
you,
for
I
keeping us all
appreciate
Maybe
it.
we should get together and have a nice dinner at a Benny's sometime.
I'll take it.
We'd love to take you to Benny's anytime.
Yeah.
Oh man, Holly.
All right,
thank you
thank
for
you,
coming on.
guys.
Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Love you forever.
See you soon.
Love you, girl.
Love you.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Wow. Round of applause for Holly.
Really
everybody.
good.
That was great. Holly the goat. We all get to celebrate at Benny's now.
Really good.
Benny's, dude.
I was
still can't
I was
get over
crying
that.
when he literally just came on to be like, yeah, that was
I still can't get over that. I love also, like, now, one of my favorite parts of this show, for those who tune in live, is we have this active chat going on Twitch. And when we flip over to Are You Smarter Than Jack, we make it emote only so that people can't ruin it and spoil it and give anyone the answers in the live chat. So it's like a flood of emotes. And then when we flip back over to the next segment, I get to see what you're all saying, all your comments, and it's all just like Benny's. We need to make like a Benny's shirt. We got to make some Benny's merch.
I just love that. I don't know. I picture myself going there, man, and just enjoying it, and just.
Hey, Benny, it sounds like such a great place.
It sucks to realize that something that you've loved for so long isn't even real.
Okay, dial it back. I'm very excited to announce that we do, in fact, speaking of merch, have merch. coming very soon.
Ooh.
We've been working on it. I think we're going to launch it next week. The merch store is just in its final stages of being developed. We are going to be debuting Are You Smarter Than Jack shirts, which I think we may have an example of. I'm not sure. Can we throw that up? Do we have that? Do we have that available? Read? Anybody?
No. Everyone's like, no, we do not.
We don't have it. Okay,
Put up the pink broccoli instead.
Cool. Yeah, so we do, I promise you, we do in fact have merch, and it's coming. So next week we're going to launch that, and that's exciting times. It's time now for fun facts. Jeff, do the song like we practiced. Jeff, MVP of the show, baby. Fun facts.
You can look up the lyrics on punklyrics.com. By the way, I googled McDonald's bubblegum flavored broccoli, and it's pretty disturbing.
I don't want to know. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
We're on to fun facts. Los Angeles' full name is El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Angeles de Porciuncula. The explanation is pronunciation on that last one. Not sure. The original name translates to Town of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels of the River Porciuncula. Now just Los Angeles. So
Pretty good.
I feel like they should have stuck with the original. It rolls off the tongue much better.
You've always been able to articulate Spanish words very well.
Thank you. I took it for years in school, and I can say like 3 things. I can just about understand Uber drivers.
Yeah.
When I'm in a Spanish-speaking country, and I can kind of pronounce stuff. That's all I got out of it.
It's all you need, baby. Get by.
Thanks, school. Thanks for teaching me stuff. Madonna suffers from brontophobia, which is the fear of thunder. Aww. Madonna, you scared of the thunderstorms, Madonna? No, Madonna, no. I don't like to think about Madonna at all.
I don't like to think about Madonna being scared.
All curled up in her bed, scared of the thunder. Sad. Hiding under the bed.
Greco just walks in from the balcony and listens and hears me going, I don't like to think about Madonna being scared. Madonna.
No one does. The reason why he poked his head out is because no one likes to think about Madonna scared.
That's right.
Captive pandas sometimes fake pregnancies. So, yeah. The explanation is pandas sometimes carry on showing symptoms synonymous for early pregnancy after noticing their preferential treatment, such as private accommodation, air conditioning, and extra food. Holy shit.
That's pretty,
That's
sick.
boss. That's boss behavior.
That's some boss bitch behavior.
Yeah. Incredible, pandas.
Cool.
Keep on going. Keep on doing your thing.
Someone in the chat goes, pandas are scammers.
They are.
I love
They
that.
are. If we know anything in this camp, it's that pandas are scammers. You gotta beware.
You know who'll never scam you is a blonde bear.
That's true. BlondeBearLive.com for a lack of scams. The opposite of scams, Blonde Bear. For all your blonde bear needs.
For the opposite of scams, check out blondebear.com.
BlondeBearLive.com.
blondebear.com.
The absence of taste. The opposite of scams. BlondeBearLive.com.
Alex, I can't wait for you to try this later.
I can't wait to not ever try it. The common cold comes from camels. Scientists studying a deadly disease transmitted from camels also found camels contain pathogens from which the common cold might have been born.
If I was a camel, I wouldn't want to claim that as being.
I don't know that they're the ones
I did.
claiming it, Jack. I don't think any camels strolled up to scientists and went, hey guys, guess what? I'm not sure it went down like that. But if that's the headcanon that you choose to believe.
Did they have a lot of camels in England growing up, Alex? No, but they had them in Lebanon, all right?
Indigenous British camels. Hello.
Check out my humps.
Fuck off. The coloring of Gizmo's fur from the Gremlins matches Steven Spielberg's dog. Aw. Aw.
That's cute.
I love that. Seeing eye dogs can poop on command. Wish I could do that.
I mean...
Then I wouldn't need this fucking cereal.
And now you can.
Brought to you by Poop Like a Champion.
A
person adds
cereals.
a person adds 37 million bacteria to a room every hour. So, wear a mask. Tomato ketchup has lots of health benefits. It reduces the risk of prostate cancer, increases sperm count, cuts cholesterol, and improves your eyesight. There is no way, Jeff. No.
It's true.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. There's a lot of things I need a lot of. More sperm is not one of them.
Who am I to refute the facts on this show? Who am I to say? I'm just a doctor on TV. The first film with $100 million budget was True Lies.
Waterworld. Oh.
True Lies, Jack. True Lies. Arnold shoots a guy on a missile
So good.
from a Harrier jet that he has hovering perpendicular to the face of a building.
In Key
And
West.
the guy is on the missile, and he goes, "You're fired," and then shoots the guy off.
Also, Alex, something just blew my mind.
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tom Arnold in the same movie.
Are you trying to do like a conspiracy theory bit here?
Yeah, you think this is all connected somehow?
You think we don't know, man?
You think we don't know Arnold's?
Damn it all to hell. Maynard from Tool owns a vineyard in Arizona. The winery is named Caduceus Cellars after an ancient Greek symbol for commerce and the staff of the Greek god Hermes. The vineyard itself is named Merkin after a pubic wig. We actually knew this. We've been to a couple of charity events where Maynard has been kind enough to donate his wines to the cause during the silent auctions. So shout out for doing a good thing with your wine, Maynard.
I didn't know that Merkin was in the mix, but
I kind of love that.
I love that.
ATL does need a vineyard. The comments are popping up. We have a wine though. We got wines. We just released a rosé, and thank you to everyone who bought some because it's flying off the shelves.
Yeah.
There aren't really shelves, but if there were, it would be flying off them.
I couldn't even keep an orange tree alive, so I'm not trying to have a whole vineyard of wine grapes.
Thousands of grapevines you have to tend to yourself every morning. The King of Norway had a penguin knighted. He's a high-ranking military officer now. This is true, and we have a photo. Please show the photo. Reed, you gotta deliver on this, man. You gotta show me the knighted penguin, dude.
Or at least put up the broccoli.
Please. Show it to me. No, that's not a...
Yes, the broccoli.
I was promised a photo. It says here on the run sheet that there's a photo. I was promised a photo, and now...
I'm Googling it now. How do you spell penguin? P-E...
E-N...
Knighted.
G-W...
Oh, it's a good one.
E-N...
It's a good one.
Penguin.
How do you save images?
This is going to take way too long for the show, Jack. We'll...
No, it's
His
fine.
name is Niels Olav. Nilsolav. Niels Olav.
Niels Olav, the
Niels
penguin, who was a
Olav?
knight and is a high-ranking...
All right, I sent it to you. Pop it in the chat.
Do we have time? Are we really going to take the time to...
Yes.
Oh, there he is. Yes. It was so worth it.
It was so look at that boy
It was
go
so
or girl.
worth
I
the
guess it
wait.
could be a girl.
I am in love. I'm in love.
Dude, he's so proud. I love that about him.
He should be proud. He's a high-ranking military officer. And finally, spiders fart out of their mouths.
And finally.
It's time for Just the Tips. We're going to bring Ryan back in. We're going to bring Jeff back in. We are going to take some of your comments, your thoughts, and we're going to talk about those thoughts. We're going to
Alex,
through
how
something.
fucking badass is your lighting right now?
The sun has gone down.
Yeah.
Oh, how the
Very nice.
turntable. Oh, how the turntables.
Eric
Eric-
is really popping
My
off.
Eric sign is popping off, baby.
There you
it's
go.
It's epic. It says epic, but I like to pretend that it says Eric. 'Cause I think
Oh,
that
how
would
the
be fun.
turntables, Alex.
Indeed. I look great now.
You really do.
I look overlit. I'm still overlit. Anyway, Rye, you scoured through the email dungeon.
A lot of submissions over 2 weeks of inactivity.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, it was tough. It was tough to narrow it down, but I think we did a good job. We got some lined up for next week as well. So, quit. I see you guys in the chat freaking out about what stories to read. Just calm down.
I love it. I love it. This is going to be a good segment. So basically, what we're doing here, we've decided to call this segment "Just the Tips" because we're 12, and that's what we're going with. It's an unsolicited advice segment where 4 professional morons give you advice that you probably don't want to take. Based on what you submit to us. You can email us at, I think for this one, what is it? Is it info for this one? Yeah, info@crashtestlive.com. If you have a good story, an anecdote, or just something you want to ask us for, some advice, pop us an email, give us a story.
I'm about to yell at this chat right now.
Chat, you stop.
They want you to read this Capri Sun story, so I didn't include it because here's the story. This person drank 7 Capri Suns while they were on their way to Baltimore, and they had to shit and throw up in a porta potty outside of where the Ravens played, and that was the whole story.
Toilet stuff.
Hey, wait, Alex and Ryan and Jeff.
Chat, we don't want toilet stuff.
Yo.
Okay, we want stories about real things that real people are going through, not your
That
toilet
reminded
problems.
me of a good Capri Sun story. It actually,
Please don't do this, man.
What?
We got advice to. Fine. What's your story?
So, in 10th or 11th grade, my parents wanted to drug test me. So, and I just smoked marijuana a couple weeks before. And I just smoked weed like maybe a week or 2 before. So, my buddy Andrew pissed in a Capri Sun packet, and I taped it to my thigh. And I went in the bathroom and sprayed the Capri piss out into the cup. I passed my test.
In 10th grade?
10th grade. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but I'm having a lot of doubts about that test. Because
Andrew
surely
Anderson.
they were like,
Andrew
okay, well,
Anderson,
it's
baby.
negative for drugs, but it's super positive for Capri Sun. And something has to be wrong
Yeah, but
with
they're
that.
not
for
testing
sure.
for Capri Sun.
Oh,
They are
okay,
now.
That's what it is? They're not looking for the parameters?
They're not looking for the parameters of Capri Sun, but
Something's off about this, but I'm not sure.
all
what
I
it
know
is.
is my
We're not
parents
willing to
drug
tell you
tested
what.
me, and I was like, oh shit. So
The doctor has to do the taste test. That's the only way to find out.
All right, I gotta bring you guys back on track. We're running an hour
Can we get
20
back on
right
track
now.
here?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, so this email comes in from Barb. She's falling for a new boy, but he's got a secret obsession with Russia.
And he lives in
He
the
has
upside
bought-
down.
He has bought a communist hat and many books about Stalin. He's also trained his dog to march with him. So Ryan gives me like a TLDR, a too long didn't read thing before every email. And that's quite a summary. I'm already fascinated by that. The original says, hi, I'm Barb. I'm 19. I just have a quick question. I'm in a relationship with this boy. I've known him forever. We've just gotten together. He's nice. We have loads of stuff in common, but he has a secret obsession with Russia. It's got to a point where he's bought a communist hat and books about Stalin. He never reads. Nice. Don't front on those hats. That's a good hat.
It's a great hat.
And he trained his dog to march with him. I don't mind that because you've got to accept someone for who they are, but I'm not sure how to let him down easily because he can get quite upset over girls and his friends. He's going to be really bitchy to me because I broke up with him about being what? Okay,
Well-
I talked to my friend and we're just laughing because I can be quite bad with my words. Any advice? So
I think this is tough because to be obsessed with Russia is one thing. That's okay.
Russia's just a country and it's a
Right.
great place.
To be obsessed with communist Russia and Stalin is another thing because that could just be, oh, I like history.
Yep.
But teaching your dog how to march alongside with you and touting this as something to be like really proud of.
All of these things separate, not problematic. You know what I mean? Like teaching your dog to walk with you, great. Dogs should do that. That's a good dog behavior. Appreciating Russia, nothing wrong with that. Totally good. Enjoying the history, the rich history of the world, such as the escapades of one Joseph Stalin and all the horrors that he committed. Fine thing to study. Totally fine. Plenty of people
Correct.
do. But together, combined,
Also, combined with the fact that he gets bitchy was the term used. I think if you talk to him about things like that, I think there's not much that you're saying about this guy that's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. You're not like, but he's a great skier.
Right.
It's almost a preview if they have kids. You know, you see what he's doing with the dog. Like, you know, the next step up is what they do with the kids. So you could maybe a warning sign, maybe a red flag, maybe pump the brakes on that one.
As soon as the kid gets born, he just goes, and here's your hat.
Yo, here's my favorite comment. Someone in the chat, fake Minecraft, GF goes, girl, he's not your BF, he's your comrade.
Okay. Witty.
Killing me, dude.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, maybe move on from that guy. It doesn't sound like it's too serious. Also, you're 19. You got plenty of life ahead of you.
Get a new comrade.
You can find a new comrade to love. One that's doing those things.
Maybe he hates Stalin.
Compounding them into something strange. But hey, if you just happen to be a dog training enthusiast, a history buff, and have an affinity for Russia, I'm sorry.
And sorry for mispainting you.
I'm sorry if we have offended you in any way. I now feel bad. Rebecca.
Good story, though. I like that.
Rebecca comes back in. So we've mentioned her on the show before. She is the Delaware grass story girl. She said that after a camping trip, why do you camp so much? Rebecca, why does all your drama happen camping? Maybe you need to stop camping. Her best friend Kara was dating a boy named Ben, and our Rebecca was their boss at the college newspaper. Rebecca slept with Ben after
they broke
this
up.
other girl, Kara, broke up. And last month, a couple more times. Now, they're all slated to move in together. Wants to know what to do. Wow. And she says here that she could use some guidance as a meek Padawan.
I put that in there for you because I think that's something that you guys like.
Okay, Rebecca.
Well,
This
she
is,
also mentioned, we should put out that she also mentioned herself that the sexual intercourse was very enjoyable for both of them. And it's going to create an awkward situation. So she doesn't know what to do.
I think you gotta just talk to them. You gotta talk to your friends. They've had a prior relationship, and you need to just go to them and ask them if this new blossoming relationship, whether it's physical or something more, is okay. If it's not going to affect your friendship in some kind of negative way, then just keep on boning, baby. But if it's going to get in the way of friendships, then maybe there's a conversation to be had there. Maybe you got to work through some things and make sure.
I love keep on boning, baby.
Maybe you bring your friend Cora or Kara to the Delaware grass and have a little picnic. And you can explain
scene
the
of the crime,
situation
Ryan.
there.
Scene of the crime. You never return to the scene of the crime.
Wait, was the story about the face down about this guy?
I don't know. She didn't. We haven't connected those dots yet. and I'm
It's a
wondering
different
if
guy
maybe-
as far as I'm concerned. I'm still following the saga each week, but I think it's a different guy.
Got it.
Can you imagine if suddenly, like, the next week's episode, this all comes together and it's the Delaware grass is the same guy, and she takes her to the scene of the crime to have this sit-down conversation?
Could you imagine?
Slowly
Great
sits her down
miniseries.
and looks her in the eyes and is like, I have it right here.
You know what this segment should actually be called is just fucking talk to someone.
Or keep on boning, baby.
Or face down the Delaware grass.
I really there is a very obvious pattern that the Delaware Grass cinematic universe. Ethan Grievous, yes, nailed it. Amazing.
Our fans
I can't
are
wait
more
to
funny
explore
than
this
us.
more. Spin-offs. We're HBO Max for all the
Nice.
spin-offs. We don't actually have that endorsement. I can't say that. We'll edit it out. Yeah, communicate, guys. Communicate. That's knowing is half the battle. Finally, Hannah B is a very serious one, and we. I like where this is going. Hannah's 24 years old. She lives in Mississippi, where she feels everyone is still living in the 1960s. Everyone is either racist and or homophobic. She has not come out to her family and would like a third-party opinion about coming out. Wow. Before we go there, I don't think everyone in Mississippi is racist or homophobic. I think there's some very fine, wonderful people in Mississippi. However, we all know there are some parts of the country that are a little less understanding than some. And we got to work around that, folks. We got to get these people to fucking move on, to progress, to grow. Acceptance is the only way. Accepting all lifestyles is the only way. And I think when it comes to coming out, it's a really complicated one because there's no right or wrong way to do it. You have to do it on your own terms. You have to be comfortable as you do it. You have to make sure that when you do it, you feel good about doing it. You know, and this is coming from a guy who really, I can't speak to this too much because I don't have that experience, you know? But I think, like with many things, it's important to know yourself first. And that's really all that matters. You know, you just need to be comfortable in your own skin.
Well
and
said.
what other people think and what other people project on you for the way you feel and what you believe and the way you think in anything is not really anyone else's concern. So do it on your own terms, do it on your own time, and, you know.
Well said. And of
Live your
course,
truth. Live your truth.
Yeah, and one thing we can kind of speak to is that she says that she wants to start her own business, and she's worried that it's just going to be wasting her time, given her situation, you know, given how closed in she feels. And as 4 guys on the screen who have kind of done our own thing and paved our own path and gone against the norm and what we do for a living, I can tell you that we would absolutely regret it wholeheartedly if we never did this. And I think I speak for Jeff too. So
Absolutely.
yeah, like Alex said, live you, do you, live your truth.
Don't
roll
go the
those
rest of your
dice.
life.
Roll
don't
those
go
dice.
Don't go the rest of your life not living your life. That's the biggest thing. You have to be true to yourself, and you have to do what is best for you, regardless of the adversity that one may face. You got to overcome those things, and we're here for you.
Absolutely.
If anything comes up, holler at your guys here at Crash Test Live, and we'll help you through it. Good luck to you, and Godspeed in your journey. We love you so much, and I feel for you. I really do. I can't imagine. I cannot possibly begin to put myself in those shoes, but I really, really do feel for you, and we're sending all our love. I hope it goes well.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. That takes a lot to even put that out there into the world, and to ask 4 strangers on the internet what they think about it takes a lot of bravery and courage. So you're already well on your way.
4 idiots.
4 idiots
on the internet.
Yeah. You really, yeah.
Speak for yourself, man. I knew what Benny's was, and I was ready to commit to going there.
Oh man.
Great show, guys.
Great show, y'all.
I'll see you guys in like 20 minutes.
This was a long episode. This was a very long
one.
episode. We really were in it. I love you guys so much. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for tuning in live. If you did, thanks for listening after the fact, watching after the fact. All our viewers, all our listeners out there, we love you so much. We appreciate you. I want to drive the point home that whatever your truth is, make sure you're living it. That's so important, especially in this day and age. And we are here for you.
Thanks to Europe and the UK for staying up late, because it's the late episode.
If you're watching in Europe right now, damn, thank you. Sorry we did these so late. We're very busy here in Nashville doing what we're doing, but we are working on trying to get these to broadcast at a time that's good for everybody. But,
and I guess we could kind of loop this into this, is me and Alex have to stay up late tonight because we got an interview with on the
Sunday brunch.
On Sunday brunch tomorrow
in the UK.
They're filming
so we'll
UK mornings. It will be up late.
1:30 in the morning, so that we can be live on air.
So if you're in the UK, tune in. We'll be live.
Thanks for being with us, guys. This has been another episode of Crash Test Live. We will see you next week. We love y'all so much. Take care of each other out there. Be good to one another. Stay safe. Wear a mask. This shit ain't over. We all need to be in it together. Be well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
Crash Test Live.